So I'm with Paul Walling. Hi, Paul.
Hi, Chris.
Now
Good to see you.
yeah, good to see you. Now we just finished our breakfast meeting here at Watford Weekly Biz, which is where I originally met you. I don't know, maybe 2 years ago now, 3 years ago.
Quite a while, isn't it?
Yeah, it is good. Now, when I first met you, you've been in sort of publishing and sort of marketing for a considerable time, and that's how I met you, which was an online, if you like, directory and advertising platform, which is now moved to one side, and you've now moved into publishing books, like helping people to publish.
Primarily, yeah. The thing is, it's so much easier now for an individual to go and publish a book than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago, you wrote your book, probably in manuscript, or you might have typed it. Then you send it off to a publisher, and a few weeks or months later, you get a rejection. So you
Dear John.
it round to another 10 publishers. Yeah. Letter. And to be fair, 99 out of 100 published or unpublished books never did see the light of day because publishers just didn't want to know. They were swamped. So they cherry picked those things that they knew were going to be great commercial successes.
Yeah.
Now, of course, anybody can publish. But in fact, the steps from producing a manuscript, whether on word processor or by whatever means, but from going from that to a published book isn't quite as simple as people like to think. So my role is to help them edit the book so it says what it means.
Yeah.
Get the grammar right, help design the cover, get the sizing right, get the typography right, because book publishing, there are typefaces which are well thought of in books, and there are other typefaces which might be on your Microsoft Word or your Apple machine, but they just don't work in books. So it's actually not that simple a process. And when you finish that, you've got the choice of either publish in print. Do you want to distribute it through bookstores, booksellers?
Yeah.
In which case you need your ISBN numbers and all the rest of it. Or you can publish just as a vanity project. You can print 10 books and finish there, or you can go on publishing Kindle format, e-publishing format, audio books if you want. And it's just a whole brilliant new world. But taking the step from the words on the paper to that published book in whatever format is not quite as easy as it looks.
Yeah, there's quite a lot to it.
And you can make quite a lot of cock-ups along the way, to be honest. So we're there to help take it from stage one, if you like, which is the published manuscript, to the end game. And it's amazing how many people have got the stories inside them and want to tell them.
Well, they say, don't they, everyone's got a book in them, but actually, and I've written like 2 books, and I've been in the process of writing another couple for a while, and actually getting the structure of the book is, for me, the key point is like getting the chapters in the right order, making sure that you know the story's going to flow between the chapters easily. Once you've got that in your mind, actually writing the book's fairly mechanical. It's not, in my opinion, it's a bit, well, certainly the books I've written, it might not be.
I think different people approach it in different ways. Some people start with a blank page and write the story as it comes to them.
Oh, right, okay.
Others take your approach, which is probably more business-like and commercialised approach of having a plan and a chapter plan and then filling in the blanks. Well, not everybody works that way.
Okay.
Quite a lot of people don't.
Probably the best ones, by the rubbish. But another thing that you said, which really interested me the other week, was that when we write things, we write in a way that we understand what we've written, and that's clear. But when people read what we've written, the communication is only effective if we get across the message that we had in our mind to the other person. And actually, how often is that the case? Because people read the words, and we all have got instances of people read an email and got the wrong end of the stick, or read a text message, or read this or read that, and the world's littered with relationships that have been terminated on such poor communication styles. So it's so important, isn't it? And that's kind of where you help people as well, isn't it?
I think that there's a whole world of difference between the text and email, which tend to be rubbed together just in a few seconds, and you press the send button before you've actually read it through and made sure that it said what you meant to say. And even when you said what you thought you meant to say, whether the person who receives it actually reads into it what you thought they would read into it,
Yeah.
can be very variable. Quite apart from which, in a normal conversation like this, you know, I'm doing this,
Yeah.
and the eyebrows are going up and down,
Yeah, yeah.
bones, you get body language, you get other
Communication. It's body language. Yeah, it's all communication.
indicators. And
Yeah.
you know the stats, the actual reception from communication is very often little dependent on the words, but much more dependent on the body language and the non-verbals.
Yeah.
When you're writing a book, it's totally different. There are no non-verbals,
Yeah.
and therefore you have to be very, very precise in saying exactly what you mean. Otherwise, the reader's going to get the wrong end of the stick.
Yeah.
But apart from which, you need obviously continuity. I've had manuscripts myself where we start off talking about one person, and later on their name's changed. or the genealogy has changed, and these are things that an editor is expected to pick up.
Yeah.
If you like you would if you were a filmmaker, you have continuity, and you don't want something where you're filming perhaps a medieval scene and an aeroplane flies overhead. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks stupid.
Doesn't work, does
The
it?
same thing applies to a book.
Yeah.
To be honest, people tend to judge on the mistake. There's one mistake,
That's
the
it.
whole book is rubbish.
Yeah, yeah. So it's really important,
Even if
isn't
it's
it?
a brilliant book.
Yeah.
You make one silly mistake, it's clearly the man hasn't thought about it or the woman hasn't thought about it.
Fascinating. I hope you've given some people some inspiration to go away and actually put stuff down. It isn't a simple process. I've been through the process myself a few times, and there are lots of checks and balances, lots to it and fro in. It's not difficult, but as long as you've got the process in place and you know what you're doing, you've got someone to help you and guide you like you. It can be painless.
Almost.
Good to talk to you. Thanks very
Thank you,
much.
Chris. Have a good day.
Thank
Bye.
you.